originally from Nicaragua. For people who do not know where Nicaragua is, that's in Central America, just up north Costa Rica, south from Honduras. I have a friend, a really good friend, who is from my home country. So he called me up and he's like, Lester, would you help me to go to the United States? And I said, I'm more than gladly to, receive you in my home, and you can stay with me and I'll help you out, right? And so he comes here, and the number one thing, he had a mission because he was only gonna be here for 2 years. And his mission was like, I need to save money to build a home. He's never been out of the country in his life. And so besides that, he's never been in a plane. So he finally made it. I picked him up at the airport. And when he came, I helped him to navigate this whole system in the United States that are so confusing and convoluted for someone who has not experienced that. And what I told him was like, because I understood that he was probably gonna have the low scale paying jobs. Obviously, if you're an immigrant, you have to look for what is offered to you. And one of the number one things that I told him is that if you really want to save money, I would advise you to use the food bank. And he's like, what is that? And so I explained him what the food bank was, how it functioned, and I signed him up. So he received his first order actually just the first week that he was here. He was with us for 15 months. And before he left, I asked him, what was your experience to the food bank? With tears in his eyes, he told me like, I've never felt so taken care of in my life. I wish that we had this in my country. The quality that you were giving me was so good that he's like, I really did not spend a lot of money. I was able to save some good money to send to my family home. And he's like, I'm just so flabbergasted and so impressed of like not only the volunteers that help you to fulfill all those orders, but all the work you guys put onto this. And so at the end, when a day before he left, he called me into his room and he's like, here, I want to show you something. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, I saved every single order from every single week because I want to take them home, and I wanted to show my parents and my family how impressive and what I was getting on a weekly basis from you guys. But I don't have more space in my luggage right now, and my backpack is pretty full, so I'm just gonna take 2 of those orders. And then he left the whole stack there, and I still keep it in my house, the whole stack of orders. But when I saw that, I was like, this is someone who has never experienced, for example, what a food bank is, because in my country, like I said, we don't have that, right? Unfortunately. But felt so related to what he was receiving, and so he felt that he belonged to this system and to the food bank. And so for me, that made me really happy, because I'm like, I cannot generalize and say for every individual, but it gave me a good sunny, bright sunshine to know that at least this one individual that I personally know since I'm a kid was so happy with what he receiving, so excited with what he would get, and so appreciated. And he even told me, if I can ever come back to the United States and things change, I would love you to have me back. And I'm like, I'm like, of course, you're always welcome to come back with us. And I'm like, in the food bank, we'll always be here to help you out, so whatever you need.
I lived in the United States, and I was a happy person and grateful to attention, education, and support. I want to thank Lester and Masa for supporting me all these times. I thank all the staff of the Animal Food Bank.
He's not unique. I'm pretty sure there's multiple people who have migrated to this country, who are from this country, that are in the same situation, that are not blessed to have so many other different material stuff. And so for me, him to have at least the food that is dignifying to him, that was the best reward that I could have, is to see him with the food that he needed, food that was quality, because I will say I do take a lot of honor that the Edmonds Food Bank does give quality food, and that dignifies the customer. That creates dignity in yourself when you know that what you're getting is not just waste, but it's something that is fresh, that is nice, that looks green, that looks orange, that looks yellow. I don't know, all the colors that you might have of the rainbow. And that's why I call it my rainbow path when I'm working at the food bank, because that creates happiness in my heart. If I can achieve at least one customer telling me that they're happy I'm happy with it as well. So that motivates me as well to keep on doing the work that we do here on a weekly basis.